Let's get you a statement that's coming from US President Donald Trump on all of the questions surrounding the India-US trade deal and what's really happening. Trump, in a one-line statement essentially to Indian media in Davos, has said, and he praises on Prime Minister Modi, calling Prime Minister Modi a fantastic man, said he's his friend, but also said there's going to be, in his words, a great deal with India. This is what the US president has said. This was right after his address at the World Economic Forum, when there was, in fact, a media contingent present there. The Indian journalists who were present there did ask him about the trade deal, to which his response was that Prime Minister Modi is a great friend of mine, he's a fantastic man, and we will have a great deal going soon. No timeline, no specifics, but he definitely sent out a rather optimistic message. I'd like to bring in on this broadcast also Geeta Mohan. Geeta, what do you make of the US president's message? He says a trade deal very soon. A very optimistic message, but nothing beyond that.
Well, his ambassador over here also struck a very positive note when he arrived and during his arrival speech, Akshita. But that does not take away from the fact that we over here will only believe it when we see it. We've had so many at the very same forum that we're talking about. Scott Bessent was tough on India. Howard Lutnick not so long ago spoke about at length about India and the trade deal. So conversations are on. We're hoping that it should happen sooner than later because India is already diversified. We're looking at a trade deal with Europe very soon, to be announced on the 27th, 26th and 27th of Jan, and then to be signed soon after. So it is for America and in America's interest, as it is in India's interest, to ensure that the trade deal goes through. But yes, we've always heard praises from President Trump when it comes to Prime Minister Modi, and that has to do with maybe some personal rapport and camaraderie.
But you're right, we've seen largely a seesaw approach of sorts. You'll have one statement and then quite another coming in from another representative of some of these people who are referred to as Trump's closest aides. And here you have a message from the US president where he speaks of his friendship with Prime Minister Modi, says there will be a great deal. But the big question mark that always comes up is, Geeta, we've had this conversation for months now, honestly, about when this trade deal is coming through. We always hear we're very close to cracking it, but there have been delays, there have been challenges, and yet no specific timeline.
Well, I'll give you a small example. The Europe trade deal with EU is coming through because of dignity and respect that Europe is showing India when it comes to India's sensitivities. What's holding the India-US trade deal back is not just the fact that there are tariff issues, what products, what basket, but also the fact that they are not really okay or agreeing with India's sensitivities when it comes to dairy products and agriculture when it comes to India's domestic concerns. So those are issues that still have not been ironed out between the two sides.
So, at this point, it's still unclear. You have comments coming in suggesting that India had missed the trade deal window. Going by the message from the US president there, he seems to say that there will be a great deal that will be cracked between India and the US. This is the message from the US president, where essentially he said, and I'll give you the exact quote, in his interaction, a very brief one with journalists outside the World Economic Forum stage where he spoke. He was asked by the Indian contingent, what about the trade deal? Has there been any progress on that front? He went on to heap praises of Prime Minister Modi, saying he's a fantastic man, your Prime Minister is a fantastic man. He then went on to talk about his friendship with him, and then at the very end said, we will have a great deal with India. What will that look like? When will it happen? We don't know just yet, but this is a message of positivity, and this is essentially what India's also maintained on this particular issue, that there will be a trade deal and that it will happen very soon. We're going to continue tracking all the reactions that come in on that news break and getting you highlights of what Trump has had to say in Davos, whether it's on Greenland, whether it's on EU, whether it's on tariffs.